to a brand new episode of Formula Pod. And today we are up here with our special edition of Track Talks. So yes, we have did quite of a rebranding here. Instead of Great Gossips, we're officially changing the name to Track Talks because we were like, okay, we wouldn't want to sound this like more of like a gossip show. So yeah, here it is. We'll be deep. We're digging deep into all the things that happen. Like I'll not say on track because on track is like an entirely different episode. But like here it is. Welcome to another episode of Track Talks. And today I'm joined by my dear own Mercedes fan, here below Tia. Welcome to the show, mate.
It's good to be back, even though I was there last week. But I actually get excited for these kind of Mondays because I love talking about Formula One. Who can resist talking about Formula One?
Who can
I
resist
think it's a
about
big
talking about
turnout.
Formula One? People who watch Formula E would resist talking about Formula One.
Facts, yeah, true. But I'm just saying that Formula One turns me on, just the way the tires are so curvy.
Of course, of course, of course, of course.
That is super weird. No, okay, let's get started.
Let's kick it off.
Arjun, let's kick it off. It's a great weekend. Let's go. Mercedes all win. Let's go, baby.
Yes, let's do it. And like, yeah, all the other humans related to this podcast are nowhere in the vicinity of Dubai or wherever we are recording this from. No, we're recording from Dubai. So yeah, whatever. So like, yeah, as we kick it off, the big news: Daniel Riccardo officially makes it back to a Formula One car, and this is something massive which happened last week because um, as we spoke in our previous episode, Dan Ricciardo was put on to test at Silverstone for the Pirelli tire tests, and apparently his lap times were insanely good that he could be if he was racing in that RB19 he would have taken P2, unlike Checo Perez who ended up getting disqualified in Q1. So yeah, because of that one, it was just one phone call, Christian Horner to Helmut Marko saying that, okay, he's ready, let's put him in. And unfortunately, the longtime Mercedes reserve driver, Nyck De Vries, was kicked out. And there goes Daniel Ricciardo back to his old team. So, like, on one way, it was really good because, personally speaking, I love Daniel Ricciardo, and seeing him back on an F1 car is really, really interesting. But on the it's not interesting, it's really, really. I feel really happy about it. But on the other end, he's being put onto the worst car of the grid. He's put on an AlphaTauri. It's not scoring points. Even Yuki Tsunoda is, even though he's like it's 10th, 11th, 10th, 11th, it's just that what 2 points it has got all this while. So it's a bit disappointing there, but still, I hope Daniel could do quite a good amount of changes. Here, any thoughts on this?
There's so many things to talk about. But all I'm going to say is I'm so glad Daniel Ricciardo has come back. Even though I feel bad for Nick, obviously, I mean, he just started his career. He's still in that initial period of understanding how Formula One works, even though he's been in it. But being in an actual Formula One car really changes the perspective of Formula One as a driver. So, in a way, I feel bad for him, but that gives him a lot of opportunity to learn. I mean, even though I feel that he's lost a seat, he's also gained a lot of knowledge and he can
Mm,
work on things that he did not improve on. So, in that way, that's good. Red Bull has always been a team where they change drivers frequently. I don't know if you remember, Pierre Gasly also was replaced. Even Alex was replaced. So I guess Red Bull is more competitive because they want to be in the winning tables.
streaks, yeah.
So I kind of understand why they would do something like that because they always have the fear of falling back, even though they don't have to, considering that they have such good cars this season. So coming back to Daniel Ricciardo coming in, I was expecting him to come to Red Bull, but I guess Chaco has a big relief now that he doesn't have to worry about Danny coming and replacing him.
See,
Obviously,
it's
Max is not an option, so I'm just Max. Max is the Lewis of Red Bull. So there's not no discussion about Max. But Checo could change seats next year. So long term, I think Checo should start pulling up his socks and start racing properly. Even though he is, I mean, it's all about luck. So it's all on him. Daniel Riccardo in AlphaTauri. Damn. it's I saw. I mean, I was like, whoa, and I saw his tweets on Twitter, and he was like, "Oh, it's good to be back. It's so great to actually race." And apparently, he when he sat in the Red Bull car, he said, "Damn, that's fast. I want to go faster." And that's what Red Bull wants to hear, and that's what Red Bull's
Exactly.
giving them for Hungary. That's crazy.
Oh, bro, like trust me, I can seriously understand your excitement with that entire thing, and like, yeah, based on all the simulations, they kind of came into this decision of okay, we need to put Daniel instead of Nick because he comparatively had an even better lap time than Yuki Tsunoda and Nyck De Vries. But like, yeah, during the tire test, a very familiar face was also around the veteran Sebastian Vettel. So he was there as the Pirelli tire test was going on. One way he saw his ex teammate, Daniel Riccardo, and another side he saw his protege, that is Mick Schumacher, doing the test on the Mercedes. And like, yeah, they again got a chance to again meet during the Goodwood Festival of Speed,
Hmm.
where Mick Schumacher drove his dad's car, the W04. Interesting one, man, literally. But like, yeah, what Sebastian Vettel had to say about this was that he was like, "I'm very happy for Daniel, very happy. On the other hand, you have to be honest as well. It's obviously a shame for Nick the way it comes to an end. I think it was he was given a great chance. Maybe things didn't happen for him the way he expected or people expected, but it was also a bit harsh when it comes to very sudden stuff like this. It's brutal." So Sebastian Vettel has chosen his words very wisely over here. It's just like, okay, on one side it is a shame, but on the other side it's brutal. And like, yeah, with the Red Bull, this is the kind of culture which has been going on for a good amount of time. I feel this is something which Red Bull is like an only Red Bull thing. No other team does this. Like even for McLaren last year, Daniel Ricciardo was pulled out after the season. It's not like mid-season he was pulled out.
Hmm.
So that's also there. So I just okay to be very honest, happy for Daniel, and yeah, it is kind of a shame. But then like yeah, with Nick, the problem was that like his performance on the Williams, but for the first time when Alex ended up getting appendicitis, actually kind of showed the grid that okay he can do it, and Helmut Marko just kept the standards up way too high that he couldn't kind of do the same thing with that AlphaTauri car. So yeah, that's that's honestly what I would want to say on this.
And I feel that your statements are quite right. At the end of the day, it's not just about. I think Arjun, we are as viewers, we're very emotionally attached. We feel so bad, but if you look at it in a team perspective, it's very evident that Nick wasn't doing as well. He wasn't doing good. Alex, on the other hand, he's for Williams and for well, obviously Alex is more experienced with a Red Bull car. He knows the nature of Formula One. He's not new to all these tracks, so obviously Alex would be more experienced in the situation. But I think they should have given Nick a few more chances. I'm not being emotional. I'm just let me think about it. Do you, Arjun? Do you think that giving Nick a few more chances would make him feel more confident, or do you think it was the right decision to replace and bring Daniel Ricciardo?
Well, to be very honest, this is what I think. So with Nick, he should have given it a little more time. Like, yeah, he was driving in the Formula E and then came from that electrical hellhole to a hybrid hellhole. Okay, I'm not calling. Okay, people, I am not calling Formula One hellhole. Please excuse me. So yeah, so he's come from there to here, and plus he's been reserve driver for a very long time. It's like it's not that he's been driving this constantly. So like I think he should have been treated the same way how Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin or traded like 2 seasons, kind of just understand and kind of go in. Like, I think he should have given the entire season.
Mhm.
He should have given that entire season. But there are actually rumors that say that, okay, if Daniel Ricciardo is able to perform better in that AlphaTauri, he is a potential contender for the Red Bull seat. A very potential contender. Because Red Bull wants that kind of people. And literally, as we were going on over the past week, there has been some really really important discussions going off where they're like, Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc were kind of contacted by Red Bull to kind of get onto their cars. So I think they have actually started looking onto the future, because with these drivers being young
Mhm.
ones and actually pretty, what do you call, who won speed, or who has that, it's more of like, okay, I don't know how to kind of get the right explanation to this. It's just that they need to feel that kind of speed. They need to kind, like how they felt from Daniel. They got to get that exact emotion, then only they
Mhm.
kind of pick it up. Literally, it's just so great to kind of see a lot of drivers coming up and say the grid is getting even more tighter with the entire things going on. uh, but anyways, we got to talk about our own team, Mercedes. So after the British Grand Prix, there has been some serious conversations going on in Bradley, saying that,
Mhm.
okay, what's happening? What's going on? Before it was Aston Martin's, now it's McLaren's. What's going on? And it even reached a point where James Allison was actually praising the McLaren's lap time improvements. He was like, it's unusual to have a step of that size of relative competitiveness in the middle of a season, and chapeau to them. So it's well worth for us paying more attention than we normally might to another competitor's team to upgrade, because in this case we know whatever changed has made a meaningful difference in their lap time. So I am seriously now going to come to this conclusion. They're going to make probably that W14, or I don't know, possibly the W15, a car which would become like an all-in-one package. Like say with Aston Martin, not all tracks are good with them. For McLaren, not all tracks are good with them. Okay, it's like they got to make it like that Red Bull, where it's like in every single track, it has got its shit together, except in Baku. Like Baku was a different case, but still, still Sergio Perez won it. It's not that's not the case, but still, um, they got to make it in such a way where, like, even on a low downforce track and a high downforce track, that car can easily swoop off. Like all of us Mercedes fans would love to see a W12 coming out, like a reincarnated W12.
I just want to say something to the viewers, and I'm really proud to say this. And I came
Yes.
in very striking, and I'm so sorry, Arjun,
No worries. It's
if
fine.
I
It's
scared
fine. It's
you.
fine.
I actually have a poster of the W12 Mercedes Lewis Hamilton car in my room. And the reason why I have that poster in my room is because that was the pinnacle and that was the definition of a Formula One car from Mercedes. Mercedes has got amazing. They've got the silver arrows that were absolutely amazing. But I think after the W12, things just went downhill from there. Obviously, Red Bull did come up with their amazing design with the aerodynamic team and the powertrain and the drivetrain and drive shaft. But the W12 was something that it's not just emotionally attaching to all of us, it's also the fact that that car has made so many memories, so many faces smile, and that has
Mhm.
really got Mercedes as a team together. Obviously, we miss Bottas, and we miss Bottas is doing amazing as well at that time. It's not that he was a second driver. Yes, he was at one. I mean, to be honest, he is the second driver, but we equally loved him as much as Lewis. At least I did. So that car really brings back a lot of happiness, and I would like to see that car back. Yes, Arjun, I agree with you. You're right. I'm gonna start tearing up. again now.
Like, yeah, see, Valtteri Bottas, like, yeah, he was one hell of a driver. I cannot disagree to that because okay, he complimented Lewis so well. It's not like
Mhm,
how Max is like, oh, if I'm not even in a Red Bull, if I'm not even in a team, I can independently win. That wasn't the case. Like
mhm,
Lewis and Valtteri had like a very special bond. It's just that because they were like, okay, we need to give it to newer talents, and then George comes in to the equation. So it is what it is. Like, yeah, but at the end of the day, a W12 reincarnated to any of the newer Formula One cars, that is something every single Mercedes fan would want to see. Every single one of them.
mhm,
I'm not saying just some people, literally every single Mercedes fan who knows what the W12, W11, W10 has done, they want that exact thing to come up. Anyways, there is. So we were speaking about Sebastian Vettel, the initial goat of Formula One. Okay, not the goat, because the goat is of course Lewis Hamilton, but the initial goat I'll call him. He's one of the goats of Formula One. So Sebastian Vettel last year retired, saying that okay, he needs to take care of family and kind of things. And we had a huge discussion over here on our podcast. So Vettel has actually hinted there is a chance he might come back, but not as a driver. His intent, like with his statements, is it's very clear. It'll be more of a how I'll call an administrative role, because this is what he said. He's like, we'll see. But I have some ideas in mind. I have been to Monaco earlier to speak and had a good meeting with Stefano Domenicali. So he's the CEO of Formula One, and he's like, Sebastian also said like there's a lot of interest, but I set the goal last year that I want to be free. I want to get to know this version of myself that doesn't have a fixed schedule.
mhm,
So this particular tag, this particular line means he doesn't want to be that driver. Rather, he wants to kind of get onto a little more. What do you call? Okay, Sebastian Vettel is the person who fights for the environment. Even when he was at Goodwood, he was riding his old V10 Williams, which he bought on an e-fuel, or like on sustainable fuels. So he actually has tried that out with these old age cars. So he's like, why can't we do the new ones? So possibly I kind of see him to kind of, okay, try to help Formula One bring like transition to that particular type of fuels and kind of stuff. Sebastian Vettel will potentially be back, but not as a driver. We cannot see Sebastian Vettel's overtakes, of course, but we will see him. That's what I think. Mihir, thoughts on this?
Honestly, I have no thoughts on this. I'm super blank because the fact that, first of all, come, we both are Mercedes fans, so you're literally taking all the words out of my mouth at this point. But I actually agree with you, honestly, and I have nothing to say about this.
Since you're having like a bit of a technical knowledge,
Uh,
what is your thoughts on e-fuels or sustainable fuels on the newer generation hybrid era engines? Because this guy has done it on the V10s, where
mhm.
times where Nigel Mansell, Ayrton Senna were driving on those cars, he experimented on with these green fuels. Do you think that possibly could be done with a modern F1 car, where the car is not completely dependent on the fuel? It's rather a hybrid system comprising both of the electric and the fuel.
Okay, so all the fans who love Formula E, we don't judge you, we just don't like you. But coming back, jokes apart, I really think they really shouldn't mix electric and like they shouldn't make hybrid Formula One car. And the reason why I say that is because honestly, I don't have proper stats information about that. I don't want to give them false information, but All I'm going to say is yes, it's good for the environment. I agree with FIA's environmental rules and regulations. But I think since the world is going electric, I think they should leave Formula One with pure fuel. And I know this sounds really wrong, but I don't think you should mix Formula E. I mean, it's a mixture of Formula E then. I mean, you should keep it two different entities.
Hmm.
And I hope you understand what I'm saying, Arjun. I mean, if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't, if you can tell the listeners if I'm not coming out right, but
Hmm.
I really think that they should keep it just fuel. Maybe obviously they can use some type of battery, which obviously we do. We have hybrids, but I don't think they should completely go hybrid. I think they
No,
should cut
see,
off.
at the moment, they are hybrid, and with the 2026 regulation, it's just that the percentage of that battery kind of increases furthermore. And even on that front, there is a very good news though. Mercedes is actually acing it very well compared to the Red Bulls.
I understand, Arjun, but okay, coming back to my statement, I don't want the cars to be fully hybrid, even though they're hybrid. What I meant was they should stick to whatever percentage they have right now. I don't want
Hmm.
them to increase it. I really don't. I feel they should just stick to what is right now.
Okay.
Maybe reduce it. I would say reduce it and put more power into cars. But again, I mean, it's at the end of the day, it comes about environmental and saving the trees and stuff. So which is I support of.
No,
But
I'm just thinking it this way. Why
mhm,
not say, okay, let these guys experiment a 2013 Formula One cars. Because I feel that's the last time when Formula One cars were basically fully fueled, right? Because
mhm,
2014 onwards we had the hybrid era kind of kicked off.
yeah.
So take a 2013 car, put in that sustainable fuel, like full
Mhm,
full load sustainable fuel. Try that on track for say like a good what 15, no, I'll say like a qualifying session, say 12 minutes. Then kind of evaluate what is the progress on that and then kind of do it. Because I understand the mixing between the EV and this thing. Like, yeah, is it okay? The world is moving to that particular phase. But, and yeah, Formula One has been one of the reasons where a lot of automotive innovations took place. Formula One
mhm,
was the biggest reason for that. But like yeah, I cannot deny your statement over there where uh, that okay they should kind of separate both because Formula E is already there.
mhm.
Let Formula One be its own thing. Use sustainable fuels. Like okay, they have said Stefano Domenicali actually have said that okay they will try to make the engines even more louder. So like yeah, trust me, for a much more older Formula One fan, listening to those voices or those sounds is more soothing.
It's music. It's music to my
It's
ears.
music. Exactly. It's music. For me the first time when I heard that I was like, oh Lord, this is loud. But then like yeah, it was just later I was like, okay, you know what? It's all cool. It's chill. Uh because see, first time when you're watching Formula One on track, you go in great expectations and then you're like, oh Lord, my ears. But like yeah, that's kind of
I
how it is.
wanna I wanna put a really good example in this. I was reading this book about marketing about
Uh-huh.
this author called Donald Miller. It's
Okay.
about story branding,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that, and I quote, he said, as we grow older, we know the difference between music and noise. We ignore the noise, but we actually listen to music. And this relates to the same thing here. As we were
Mm-hmm.
small, oh my god, like you said, it's pathetic noise. As we grow
Mm-hmm.
older, it's music to our ears. And we're like, oh, well, that's the W10 car. Right? I was like, yeah, you keep on listening to it. And it's the same thing here. Empathy, emotional bonding with the W12 Mercedes car. You can if I hope iTunes is listening to this. iTunes, if you can make a ringtone of the W12 car ring, I mean rev, I would make it as a ringtone. I will pay $50 for that.
Okay, okay. We have
Take it or leave it.
you know what? I think we gotta put this out as a poll though. So to all the listeners out there, if iTunes does something like this, make revs as a ringtone, would you pay $50 or not say, I'll not say $50. Would you pay for that and kind of make that as your ringtone? Let us know down in the comments for our Instagram story, or else message us. We'll be more than happy to kind of have this, take up this conversation again when we talk about the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Absolutely. Yeah, guys, please, the more interactive you are, the more questions we'll be able to answer for you, and we'll be doing an episode where we just talk about the basics as well. So make sure you give us all the questions you have, and then accordingly we
Mhm.
will answer your questions. So we're more than happy. We're a free dictionary. You can ask us anything you want about Formula One, and we'll be more than happy to educate you about
Cool, cool, cool. Anyways, coming back.
it.
So over the week we were having Wimbledon, right?
Yeah.
So for Stefano Domenicali, the CEO of Formula One, is actually considering a Grand Slam. So how tennis has got, say, you got Wimbledon, you got French Open, the U.S. Open, and the Australian Open. You win all four, you get Grand Slam. So he is thinking, considering something like that for the sprint races in 2024. So the entire concept is there's going to be six sprints, and it'll be announced in September which tracks will hold sprint races. And there is a proposal that I would like to make in line with the concept of Grand Slam. That is drivers who take two pole positions and two race wins over the weekend should be considered with something extra. So instead of what we call, okay, before it was only Formula One, go now are we having Formula One Grand Slam winner? Like, what's happening? Mihir, thoughts?
Yo, okay. I actually agree with this. I'm not gonna lie. I
Why?
think I just I think it's a good change. I think it's very ordinary right now, and I really think that at this point, Red Bull is always gonna be this top.
Red Bull is already Grand Slam winner, bro. Like, how much you want?
I think at this point I'm just forfeit. I'm just like Red Bull. Let's see how much fast can you go. Because at this point I just want to see how fast. More than I'll be honest, more than Red Bull coming and winning and gaining all the points, I actually want to see how Red Bull, how much fast can it go? Because that really shows the potential of a car. That's what I'm really excited about. They say it's. I saw a tweet where it's going to be 2 tenths quicker, and I was like, what the hell?
Like, how much quicker should they be now?
That's what I'm saying. There should be a limit of how fast you can go as well.
No, no, you know what? I think it's just because the McLarens kind of were on Max's way, like rear. So they're like, oh no, our speeds just slow down. Now we gotta make even more faster cars. But like, yeah, they are going to bring like a massive upgrade in Hungary. And it said it's going to be clearly visible on its side pods. So whatever they bring, I hope it doesn't work. I hope it doesn't work. I
I
am.
hope
I
it
am.
does.
See, I like. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit. What do you call negative over here? It's not that I promote negativity to Red Bull, but like, yeah, as a Mercedes fan, seeing that car not kind of perform, and sometimes and always Red Bull winning by a huge margin, I was like, you know what? Chuck this thing. I would want to see at least one race where Red Bull doesn't even make it to the podium. Fourth place is still fine. Not I'm just like not in the top three at all because I am done listening to Dutch and Austrian national anthems. I'm so done up with it. I would rather listen to was it Lord Save the King, like the British
Uh-huh.
national anthem.
Yeah.
I would rather want to listen to that or any other national anthems. In fact, not the Dutch one, not the Austrian one. Please request. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Your request is granted. I'll talk to FIA. I'll talk to them. They'll play Indian national anthem for you as well. Don't
No,
worry, I
you
got you,
see,
Arshad.
bro, you got to first have an Indian F1 driver in the first place. There's at the moment only in F2 there is a driver, not in F1.
Yeah, I know, but let's see. Uh, we're not that old, to be honest. I mean, we could get into Formula One.
You want to go through the entire process, and when you're 50, you want to get inside the car?
I mean, is it worth the wait? Absolutely, I would absolutely go. Age is just a number. It's the feeling to sit in a Formula One car. That's what I want.
Okay, you know what, listeners, we gotta know your thoughts on this. Like, if you're given a chance to if not given a chance, more of like if you are having such an urge to kind of be part of the Formula One grid and kind of go through all the processes as these entire drivers went through and kind of get into Formula One,
Hmm.
would you would you take that chance even when you're it's like possibly if, say at the moment I'm like 22. Okay, if I take for example Oscar Piastri's example, no, let me take Max Verstappen's example. 18, like 17 years he was when he joined the grid, right, 17 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
17 years.
17 years. So say technically if I'm calculating that one, I'll be 39 years when I manage to get in a Formula One car. Okay,
Hmm.
so do you think if by that age you want to get into a Formula One car and kind of do that and kind of say race in the fastest cars in the world, would you? If yes, let us know why, because we would love to know about that. And like, yeah, for the ladies out there, you guys got Formula One Academy, okay? So chill out over there. You guys are having even more better possibilities than us
True,
right now
true, true, true.
at this stage, because a lot of drivers like in their early 20s are at the moment racing for the Formula One Academy. So it is what it is. But like, yeah, you still need to go through what Formula 4, 3, 2, 1, blah blah blah, yada yada, everything. uh, but like, yeah, anyways, coming back, we're not gonna we're going to end today's show a little bit early because we like as much to talk. But the important thing is predictions. We are back this week at the Hungaroring in Hungary for the
Hmm.
Hungarian Grand Prix.
Yes,
So,
sir.
and plus, this is a track that gives some really unexpected results. Unexpected, I would say, because Esteban Ocon won over here. George Russell got a podium with his Williams in Hungaroring. So we don't know. Like, it is a mystery. It's like Silverstone is known for the drama. Hungaroring is more known for the mystery of who's going to make it on the top. We know it's going to be Max, but still, but like, yeah, Mahir, kick it off. Your, I'll not say, okay, top four, cut the one. So yeah, two, three, four.
Okay, two, three, four. Right. I would like to say Checo, but considering Checo's last three results, um, sorry, Red Bull fans, I'm not going to say Checo. I am actually going to say, and I'm really surprised to say this. Uh, I'm going to go for McLaren.
I'm not at all surprised. Not at all
Yeah,
surprised.
so I'll say one. I'll start with one because it's easier to me to rank them.
Yeah, yeah.
One, obviously Red Bull. So I'll go for Max. Then I'll go for a Papaya. Then after Papaya, obviously Lando Norris. I would like to go. I think a Ferrari would.
Okay.
I think a Ferrari would do it.
Hmm.
But again, I'm being very optimistic here. But yeah, that's it. My top four would be a Red Bull, Max, Papaya, Lando Norris, Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, and I want to say Lewis on number four
Mm-hmm.
because I know it's a slow car. I know things are not going right, but I think last race Lewis showed a really good.
Based on
He
the
showed
car.
really good. Yeah. So these are my predictions. What do
Hmm.
you think, Arjun?
Okay, so my predictions for the Hungarian Grand Prix. P1, I'm going to go for Red Bull, Max Verstappen. P2, I'm going to go for the Aston Martins of Fernando Alonso. P3, I'm kind of divided between the Mercedes and the McLarens. Either it'll be Lando Norris for the McLaren, Mercedes would be George Russell. Not it's not that I'm not believing Lewis Hamilton, but then like yeah, I think at this time I kind of did a bit more for justice because George Russell is also doing quite a fantastic job out there. And P4, I would say an Alpine or either Esteban Ocon or Pierre Gasly. But like yeah, I feel I would rather incline a lot more towards Esteban Ocon because he won the track and he kind of it's one of his favorite tracks. And Hungarian has also got some really good defensive move. What do you call straights?
Mm,
So yeah, that was that's that's what I would say. And yeah, next week is going to be quite an interesting one though because whoever wins, accordingly, our deck will be filled.
yeah, yeah,
because
true.
now it is because now it's just reached a point where Jason is in India right now, and it's just
Jason,
a
if you're listening to this, we hate you and we don't want you to come back. And this is a final call for you. If you, this is actually a test for Jason. Jason, if you're listening to this till the end of the episode, we and you come back to me and you give us some type of proof that you listen to us, we will take you back. But if you don't, screw you. I would consider you
wow, wow.
you as a Lance Stroll fan.
A Lance Stroll fan, damn. He's gonna be heartbroken saying like, oh, from Ferrari I went to Aston Martin.
He deserves it. He's a BITSH. I forgot to spell. Oh my god. I graduated. I
Okay.
still can't spell. That's embarrassing.
Anyways, thank you so much once again for tuning on to another episode of the Track Talks special of Formula Pod. If you guys liked this episode, please do leave us a nice comment on your favorite podcast platform. And yeah, do rate us. You can if we get all the 5 stars, we are happy as usual. But like yeah, once again, thank you once again for tuning on to another episode. Until next time, this is I'm not going to say the entire crew, but then this is the Mercedes crew of the Formula Pod signing off. Goodbye and good night.
Thank you so much, guys. Good night. Have a great, great weekend. See you at Hungary.